Hi, everyone. Rabbi Dean here on Tuesday, talking all this week about the nexus between the key themes of Passover and this time of COVID 19 and social distancing that we are all experiencing. One of the key themes of the Passover story is that of labor. Because the Hebrews are, of course, slaves in Egypt, they are performing the avodah kasha, the hard work imposed upon them by Pharaoh and the elites of that country. They lack autonomy, and their work is made harder and more dangerous because of the demands of their overseers. And so it is that Passover reminds us to pay attention to the lives of workers. And that is in stark relief these weeks as we bring our attention not just to the captains of industry who make decisions and make it all run, but also to the folks on the front lines who bring goods and products to our homes, whether they are on the factory floor or on in the fields of the farm, whether they are loading or driving or conducting or unloading or packing shelves or checking us out. The people whose avodah kasha, whose hard work, early mornings and long shifts and through the evenings, make it possible for us to live in the ways that we live. We are thinking of those folks and appreciating them now perhaps more than ever before. And of course, not just those folks, but the people in the hospitality industry, hotels and restaurants and bars whose work has been so impacted and constricted by what's going on. And we think about the doctors and nurses and scientists on the front lines of COVID 19 and research. But let us also think about the orderlies and nurses' aides and the custodians who clean the rooms and disinfect them, and the workers in the hospital cafeterias and the administrators. The work of all of these people merged together in a complicated system to allow our contemporary life to function as it does. And we need to be mindful of all of them. At Passover time, and frankly, as Jews all year long, that is why I believe we are asked to remember Yitziat Mitzrayim, the leaving of Egypt, all the time, as we sing Micha Mocha twice each day, and as the story of Exodus is the core story of the Jewish people. But I want to suggest it's not enough to be mindful of these folks, not enough to speak words of kindness to them, important or and about them, as important as that is. I think it's important for us to pledge now during Pesach week that once this week is over, once life returns to normal, we will more than remember them. We will advocate on their behalf. If we are owners of businesses, that we will implement policies that help workers. If we are citizens of this country, that we will advocate for policies that support workers to earn a living wage so that they can have a decent, respectable standard of living with dignity, so that they will have access to quality health care regardless of their employment status, so that they will have sick leave and can stay home when they are ill or need to care for someone who is ill, so that they will have health and safety on the job. That is not, those are not just platitudes, kind words, but they require action. Thinking about this, I remembered that at the very beginning of the book of Exodus, the Passover story, God remembers the Hebrews and hears their plight. And remembering folks is good, but it is not enough. It is not until God stretches out towards the Hebrews with an outstretched arm and lifts them up as if on eagle's wings, that they are freed from bondage, from the constraints of Mitzrayim, of the Egypt that held them back. So too, it is not enough for us merely to remember those who work hard in all sectors of our culture and economy. We must take action on their behalf by implementing solid, sound, thoughtful, caring policies in our own places of work, and by advocating on their behalf all throughout the year and through the years. That is how we merit having been let out of Egypt. That is how we turn our freedom into something not only for our own benefit, but for the world's. Thank you.